Hello and welcome back to another edition of Sports Talk Live. I'm Brian Fiacco.
I'm Taylor Marin.
And I'm Riley Wallace.
We have some exciting news to start off today. Sports Talk Live is now on Facebook and Twitter. Like our Facebook page or follow us on Twitter at Sport Talk Live. Feel free to ask us questions or give us ideas for our next show.
Our first topic today is the Pink Zone, which was the cancer fundraiser held during the women's basketball game this past Saturday. The Pink Zone is Westchester's way of contributing towards the nationwide event of raising money and awareness for breast cancer called Play for K.
Yeah, the event was really cool. A lot of people came out to show their support. It was estimated that Westchester raised over $5,000. It was also the senior day. So Taylor, you were there. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, for me, Brian, there was pink everywhere. Everyone from fraternities to any kind of college campus students were there wearing some sort of pink. That really, I thought, pumped up the crowd and really led to them coming out with two big victories at the end of the day.
It seemed like Westchester took their loss to East Stroudsburg back in January personally because they really came out firing on Saturday afternoon. The Lady Rams easily rolled past the Warriors, 78-54, keeping Westchester at the second place spot in the division, as well as crushing East Stroudsburg's playoff hopes. Taylor, Riley, what do you think was different about this game than the last time these two teams met?
Well, the main difference was the play of our star player, Allison Hotstetter. The first game, she shot 2 for 9 from the field, while in this game, both her and Alex Lennon both had double-doubles, which really led the Golden Rams to victory.
In my opinion, the major difference was the first half shooting. In the first game, the Lady Rams struggled, making only 6 shots for 13 points, whereas in the second game, they made 22 field goals for 48 points. That's a big difference.
Yeah, I think it was really great to see us bounce back after such a rough loss. We have 2 games left in the regular season versus Cheney and Mansfield. It's coming down to the home stretch. What's the playoff picture looking like for the Lady Rams, guys?
While 2 games back of Bloomsburg, Westchester has a much easier schedule as they have to play winless Cheney and then a Mansfield team who they beat by 28 the first time. Bloomsburg, on the other hand, has to play 5th place ESU and then 3rd place Millersville, so there's still a possibility of Westchester taking the PSAC East.
Not so fast, Riley. You have to remember one thing, and that is that we cannot overlook either of these opponents. If we do and we falter, we could drop all the way down to 3rd place, and that could cost us a home playoff game this season.
Yeah, you're right. And it's very crucial that we have that home playoff game, as 4 of our 6 losses this year have come on the road.
Yeah, I would love to see them pull it out. It'd be very interesting to see what the playoff atmosphere would be like in Hollinger Fieldhouse. Moving on to the men, they extended their winning streak to 6 in a row Saturday as they won a close one against ESU, 71-65. Riley, how about you start off by breaking down this win for us?
Well, Brian, it was a very sloppy game as both teams combined to commit 36 turnovers. The difference, though, came at the free throw line as Westchester knocked down 81%, but East Stroudsburg shot a hard 54%, missing a total of 15 free throws.
Another key moment was late in the game when East Stroudsburg was making a late run, which was cut short by a technical foul by their head coach. That, combined with a Jaleel Mack late 3, really sealed the game, and we never looked back.
Yeah, interesting fact to take a look at. ESU trailed by 1 3 separate times in the second half, but Westchester never trailed the entire game, which is pretty impressive considering what a close contest that it was. Now, there were a lot of big games this past week in PSAC play. It's really looking tight up at the top. Westchester currently holds a 3rd place spot with East Stroudsburg. Guys, where do you see our Golden Rams ending up as the season comes to a close?
All 4 teams have locked up a playoff spot, but where they end up is a completely different story. With 2 week games left, Westchester should win out and claim the 3rd seed at worst.
Shaking things up, East Stroudsburg plays Bloomsburg this week too. With that gives Westchester a great chance, if everything goes right, for them to get the 2nd spot, or possibly even the 1st spot, which could really secure a home playoff game for them.
Yeah, could you guys imagine if things work out for us, we can be looking at home playoff games for the men and women. I can't wait to see what happens. Before we finish up with basketball, it's time for STL's Top Plays of the Week. To start off our top plays today, Zona Smith makes a nice one-handed pass down low for the end one.
Our number 9 play this week, Shamira Hammond brings the ball up, makes a nice crossover, hop steps, and finishes strong with the floater.
And number 8, we got Carl Johnson with an isolation play, the nice crossover in for the layup.
And for the 2nd play in a row, Carl Johnson has an isolation and finishes strong at the hoop.
We're not looking at 3 replays in a row. Carl Johnson with another isolation, and East Stroudsburg just couldn't find an answer for him.
At number 5, Jillian Kiefer makes the long pass to Allison Hostetter, who makes an incredible save to Amberline Ortman for the layup.
Here we go at number 4. Lance McDowell can't finish the layup. John Breeden misses another tip in, but luckily Lance McDowell can finish it up.
At number 3, Carly Strickland will hit the jumper, but the Lady Rams aren't done yet, as the full court press comes up with steal and Paige Elliott passes to Kendall Bonnevie for the lay-in.
A very similar play at our number 2 spot. Megan Kerrigan hits the 3. Once again, with this full court press, the Lady Rams aren't finished. Jillian Kiefer comes in for the steal and finishes with the layup.
And our number 1 play of the week this week is Jaleel Mack putting the icing on the cake with the lay-in at the buzzer for the Westchester's 6-point victory. Well, we just took a look at our top plays from this past week, but this particular week also brought us some not-so-hot plays. Let's check them out.
Now looking at our not top plays, we see Corey Blake go for the monster slam, and wow, he just totally whiffs on that one. Taking another slow motion look, you see how he goes up and misses the monster jam. And the other one we have is Lance McDowell with the block and the rebound. After that, he finds Jaleel Mack, who races it up court, sees Holly Williamson for the dunk, but what? He gets it stuck in between the backboard and the rim. Taking one more look at it, you see how he goes up for a perfect alley-oop and just can't finish. That's a tough one.
Those plays were pretty funny. I have to admit, I've seen my fair share of snuffs by the rim, but on a dunk, I've never seen the ball get stuck in between the backboard and the rim like that.
You're right, Brian, but on a more serious note, those are the plays that we have to convert if we look to make any sort of run in the playoffs.
You're right, Riley. If we don't do that, we don't have a chance come playoff time.
Pitchers and catchers reported this past week, so you know what that means. It's finally baseball season again. Let's take a look at how the Westchester baseball and softball teams are looking for this upcoming season.
Let's start off looking at baseball. Last season was a surprisingly down year for the usually dominant Golden Rams team, as they finished with a record of 22-21, tied for last in the PSAC East. This was the first time they missed out on postseason action since 2003. But with a new head coach, it will be interesting to see if they can turn it around this year, as they are ranked 30th nationally in Division II, according to Collegiate Baseball Magazine.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really expected for them to have the season they did last year. But I'm curious, guys, what's your preseason prediction for this year?
For me, I see them finishing on the bubble, roughly around second place in the PSAC East, and just making the playoffs. Other than that, though, I see them making it no further.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I see them being on the bubble, more like the 3rd or 4th spot, though, and I see them just missing out on the playoff spot.
Well, I'm going to go in a different direction than you two. I think this team could be a dark horse and win the PSAC East, and even make some noise when they get in the regionals. Now let's shift our attention to softball. They're coming off a record-setting season in which they won a school record 34 games and made it all the way to the PSAC title game. This year, they were only picked to finish 3rd in the competitive PSAC East. What do you guys think? Do you agree with these predictions?
Well, Riley, I don't agree with those predictions at all. With the season they had last year, they have 9 returning starters. I see them being a dominant team and taking the division title.
I agree with the predictions made by the coaches poll. I think that they're going to finish right in the same area as what they say. Not that we're not a good team or anything, I just feel as though that in the tough PSAC East, it's going to be tough for us to win it this year.
Well, I disagree with you, Taylor. I think this team can finish very high in the PSAC and finally get over the hump after being snubbed the last 2 years in regionals.
Well, that's all we have for baseball and softball, but before we finish up here on STL, we have an interesting segment of Outside the Horns for you. As we mentioned earlier, Bloomsburg and Kutztown's basketball are currently ahead of us in the PSAC East standings. Well, they met up this weekend for a very exciting game that came right down to the wire. As some of you may have already seen it as it grabbed the first place spot on ESPN's Top 10, we have the video for you of this incredible finish. Let's take a look.
The brackets and the busting and the...
He's going to say it about 100 more times. Kutztown U, Bloomsburg. Micah Fraction misses a game winner there, but he's got another chance for redemption. The buzzer beater. The second time around. Sweeter than the try for first. Kutztown wins it by 1. All right, you're smothering him now.
Well, I don't like talking so highly about division rivals like that, but you have to give credit where credit's due, and that was an amazing shot.
Yeah, it's pretty cool watching ESPN and seeing a PSAC East play not only in the top 10, but grabbing the #1 spot.
Well, unfortunately, we're out of time for this week's segment of STL. We'll be here next week, same time, same place. Take it easy, Westchester.